What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Game Show Global Esports Cup. We have Game 2 between Pang5 and TNC on the way in this best of 3 to decide who's going to face up against either Hot6 or Signature Trust. I'm Mike Loris, going to be your caster for today. And, it turns out that Pang5's real team name is Pasukan Panglima. And I'm not going to remember that, because that name is too complicated. But yeah, here we go. It's going to be in Game 2. I don't believe in Game 1 we saw an IO ban or an IO pick. But you know what? It's still available. These C teams, the Asian teams, really don't like the IO as much as the Americas and the European region. That's fair enough. But as far as first pick is concerned... Oh, never mind. Pang5. Never... Okay. Now, just because I said they don't like it as much doesn't mean they don't like it some. Right? So they're going to grab the IO. So we'll see if TNC want to make the instant response of, you have an IO? We're going to pick Tiny. We do see occasionally teams with that response. Alternatively going for a Winter Wyvern. Or, both. Picking Wyvern and Tiny. Why not? But grab a Winter Wyvern. Grab an Earthshaker. Good anti-IO combo heroes. Try to prepare for that down the line. I do like how Pang5 are trying to mix it up after last game. Their strategy, if you can call it a strategy, I mean, I don't really know what the overarching plan was, aside from get big on their heroes and then kill everything, which is usually a pretty decent plan. But for TNC, they definitely had a very aggressive plan with the Slardar. They wanted him to roam around, they wanted to gain an advantage, so that once you get the Blink Dagger Aghanims on the Wind Ranger, once you get a couple items in the Juggernaut, and of course the Aghanims on the Ancient Apparition, then you'll be able to rotate around and get these pickoffs like clockwork. For Pang5 though, it's going to be a Gyrocopter pick, so not going to be a Tiny. It still can be, I suppose, but most likely it's not going to be. TNC grab a Spirit Breaker and a Queen of Pain. Now, these heroes aren't really great response heroes to a relocate. That being said, if you are going to try to kill off an IO, yeah, these are nice heroes to do it. Just get right on top of them, pressure him, and kill him off first. And to some lesser degree, the Queen of Pain is a hero that can, both of these heroes can scout out the stacks, as well as be able to crash it.
Dire team bad.
We'll see how Pang5 want to progress onwards from this from the start. I do like the Beastmaster plan. I mean, when you pick up an IO, you generally sacrifice the support strength for a carry's strength, and that of course means that you're going to be down CC. Beastmaster not only provides you with that point-click guaranteed stun, but also is going to provide you some spotting vision, so that you could jump in with the relocate and kill off any given hero with a Gyrocopter. Not potentially as easily as if you had a Tiny. Or, CK.
10 seconds remaining.
But, it's still possible. And along those same lines is why we see, like, Bounty Hunter and, heroes like that picked up with an IO. Heroes that are mostly just, like, vision scouting heroes. Broodmother, Winter Wyvern going to be the bans out. Definitely the Winter Wyvern one's a pretty decent one. A great response for that IO relocate. But we'll see what TNC want to do to actually, go aggressive onto this. Seems like they do want to go ahead and do that. Undying is in the pool, and Undying crushes IO like no other. They can run an Undying Spirit Breaker dual lane in the off lane and just absolutely demolish whatever Pang5 put there. Alternatively, grab Ember Spirit. Yeah, not really a great hero at responding to a relocate. Actually, no, he kind of is. he just jumps away. But for the most part, his elusiveness, combined with the fact that Pang5 inherently have absolutely no stuns, and will desperately need stuns, makes Ember Spirit a little more of an attractive pick. So TNC drafting very much so around this weakness of Pang5, and that is a weakness that Pang5 really needs to fill. Just something like a Witch Doctor. It's like not the best at locking down Ember Spirit, Queen of Pain, but it's something.
5 seconds remaining.
They just need any sort of point-click disable. Skywrath Mage even is looking decent here. Point-click silence. Night Stalker if they really want to apply a little bit of pressure. And typically when you have an IO, you want your other support, you should be a little bit more assertive, a little bit more aggressive, at least able to poke in the lane. That's where Night Stalker kind of falls short. But again, when you have this opening, you can really go in any direction with it. So what is it going to be for Pang5? They can just go grab their offlane or just go ahead and grab all the disables in the world. Now, Lion isn't going to necessarily solve all their problems. It's going to help solve all their problems. They really do need their offlane to have, a Clockwork's level of stun. Not a ton, but just, you know, a little bit of interference, a little bit of initiation there. Because Lion's initiation is great if he has a Blink Dagger. That's never going to happen. In a game with Spirit Breaker, Ember Spirit, and Queen of Pain, Lion's going to be dying more so than not. So Blink Dagger is a distant dream for this Lion. So as far as starting the fights, Pang 5 still looking for that stunner. Whereas TNC, they have initiation and then some. All their heroes able to jump in very, very easily. And Pang 5, I guess, do have the option now of running this Gyrocopter Lion IO in a tri-lane, safe lane capacity. We've seen teams kind of shy away from that, though I do think it is still a very nice possibility. If TNC want to lock that out entirely, they grab an Undying here. That's pretty much the extent of the really aggressive offlane selections that they have with the Spirit Breaker. Aside from that, TNC, they're a little bit melee heavy right now. I mean, they're going aggressive, it seems, but they definitely do need someone to like hold down the lanes a little bit more. They can very easily just grab a Disruptor here and be happy with that, and that's a really great relocate answer. And that Static Storm on the Lion is also pretty decent. So yeah, I'm liking the Disruptor here for TNC. I mean, aside from that, they just have to make sure that they have enough early game. Disruptor is in fact a pick. Do I know my game, guys, or do I know my game? Come on. Easy guesses. Like, for instance, we're going to have a Clockwork right now for Pasukan Panglima. Easy. Easy selections. Yeah, either that or... I mean, it is very much so up to them what they want to do with their lanes.
10 seconds remaining.
You gotta assume that it's going to be a Spirit Breaker offlane at this point.
5 seconds remaining.
That is not a dangerous lane for the IO, so if they want to do that, they can very easily get away with it.
Reserve time.
In which case, going for someone like a Wind Ranger seems pretty decent here. In fact, Wind Ranger seems like pretty safe overall, and let's be honest, Wind Ranger's never going to be really bad. Shadow Fiend also a possibility, but up against all these very aggressive heroes, you want to have a hero with a little bit more of an answer.
Radiant team ban.
For instance, if Spirit Breaker is charging you as Shadow Fiend, you're like, well, shit, I guess I'm just dead. As Wind Ranger, you're like, oh, shit, well, at least I have Wind Run and Shackle Shot and maybe a way to get out of there. And look at that, it is going to be Wind Ranger to be picked up. So again, it's most likely going to be taking towards the mid lane. Although, you know, can very easily go towards safe lane, as we saw TNC play the Wind Ranger last time with Raven. Flexibility still Pang 5's strong point right now.
Reserve time.
But TNC have enough burst damage to kind of effectively deal with this hero. Or at least make it so that she's not going to run all over them. Bristleback, and then we're just going to have a Clockwork here, I think. Clockwork seems like the easiest here for Pang 5 to grab up right now. Phoenix this game looking a little bit worse up against that Disruptor. And for TNC, what's in their last box? What's it going to be? Yeah, I mean, they I guess are also looking for an offlane selection. Although, you know, Spirit Breaker solo offlane, get another support hero for X-Lucky or AU in that final box. Not the Ancient Apparition to soft counter that IO. As far as other support heroes that they can go for, doesn't seem like they really need a ton, so they can really just go for anything right now. Now, I'm thinking of like these weird kind of niche support picks. Like, the question is Omni Knight? Like, that's really a situation where it's like, you don't really need anything desperate from your last support. Is Omni Knight good? Is Treant Protector good? Is, like, a pseudo-jungling roaming Sand King any good? Like, these still viable, but much rarer pickups we see teams sometimes go for. Bounty Hunter, another one of those heroes to add to the list, is going to be the pick for TNC. Still with an aggressive slant, now going to get rewarded a little bit more for their kills. You can track up and kill off a Lion or an IO without too much effort from TNC. And again, this is kind of the same thing I was describing earlier with the IO, where you have an IO. In this case, like it's the Bounty Hunter. You want to have your other hero be at least able to poke and prod. Wind Ranger's still very resistant to this Bounty Hunter. That's never going to change. It seems like TNC are pretty well positioned to just go aggressive, get their cores really fat, try to ride that one to victory. Whereas for Pang 5, they're going to be playing a little bit more of a pick-off route, very similar to the draft of TNC in the last game, or at least the game plan of the TNC draft last game. Gyrocopter IO is the partnership right now, it seems. Well, it does seem like Pang 5 are trying to protect their bases by getting rid of that Bristleback. IO Legion Commander, also something we do see in the offlane sometimes. But, you know, it's just going to be a clockwork. Because I'm never, ever wrong, guys. You know that. You should know that by now. I have 100% success rate. Night Stalker, someone guessed? Nope. Sorry, bro. Night Stalker's not really what you want here. I mean, Night Stalker's good up against Emberspirit, Queen of Pain, but it seems like with Lion Wind Ranger, there's no real need for a Night Stalker. And Night Stalker, much like Io, is one of those heroes that's just not as highly prioritized in this region than as in others.
Prepare for
We're going to be loading out into our lanes, guys. Again, this is going to be game 2 in the best of 3 to decide who's going to be facing up against either Signature Trust or Hot 6. That game has yet to be played. In fact, I don't know if that game is even scheduled yet. Should be in the next couple of days, so keep your eyes out open for that. But yeah, here we go. It's going to be Sakura this time playing the Gyrocopter. We got X Nova on the Io. Vexus is on the Lion. We got Midjuan on the Wind Ranger, and that leaves OHZ on the Clockwork. Played a great offlane shaker last time. At least once he got his Blink Dagger, it was great. Now AU is going to be scouting out his Bounty Hunter, however. Ooh, walks right into them. No big deal. He'll slip away. X-Lucky is on the Disruptor. What is this samurai bullshit that he's wearing? This does not fit Disruptor. Again, I don't know why Workshop people always insist on giving people these like really Japanese looking helmets and stuff. We got Sam H playing the offlane Spirit Breaker. He's a little bit more, you know, more animalistic in his clothing. Ember Spirit is going to be played by Cordy. That's Teehee. We got Just a Wind as Raven on the Queen of Pain. Right now it's just going to be most likely just bounty for bounty trade, although OHZ going to close in, look to bump Cordy up to the high ground. Man fight is going to commence. However, this is not a man fight that Clockwork can win 2v1. Gets chained down. Cogs will bump back the Queen of Pain. And they do see the Queen of Pain leveled up Blink first, but it's not really a big deal. And Just a Wind's going to be very happy down here up against the Clockwork in a 1v1 matchup. Now, the Queen of Pain's Shadow Strike range is low enough so that Clockwork will sometimes be able to, you know, land the Cogs, get himself a little bit of safety. Though Queen of Pain should be going for a bottle, so it's like, you know, you could burn some mana sometimes, not all the time. Unfortunately for AU, he was looking for a stack, not looking for this courier, which he is going to see coming in with the Observe Ward. But unfortunately, again, there's no real way he can snipe this unless the courier stops moving right now. Not going to happen. So while the Bounty Hunter's on the roam, it's not going to affect the bottom lane at all since the Queen of Pain has such a great matchup there. Up towards top lane, though, Spirit Breaker is going to be driven away constantly from this lane by Sakura. The X Nova doesn't really have much to contribute into this lane. But still, the threat of Rocket Barrage is enough. Oh, AU. Oh, the sickest of reads. How the hell does he have this read? It's a bottle coming. Oh, I guess just because it's Io. Oh, Courier, no, don't stop moving. I was kidding. Oh, AU gonna get away with murder. Poor Panda. Those things are endangered, bro. You're not supposed to do that. PETA's gonna be on your ass. AU's gonna find a really nice snipe. And again, this is what you get when you have an Io who they saw had no loadout items except for like a shared tango or whatever. They're now going to go onto Vexus. Charge is coming. However, I don't really think this is going to be a really landed charge. They won't even need it. Chains will land. Vexus is going to drop. They're looking for Cordy right now. A couple more shots. Oh, he's going to salve up. Will that save him? Midjuan is going to run out of Wind Run. Sam H has arrived. Needs a first hit bash. Can't even get in range. Not a big deal. It's not like the Spirit Breaker was getting a lot in the top lane anyway. It is going to be another, or a kill. And a 1-for-1 trade as Ember Spirit was actually picked off. The Clockwork got him with a flare. Oh, sorry guys for missing that one. I'm like, how the hell did he survive? It's impossible. No, it's just Clockwork.
Does that mean I split the bounty?
Yeah, there's no point in really getting Battery Assault up against the Queen of Pain. Like, you're going to be pushed out of the lane anyway. You might as well get some last hits with this. AU is going to rotate again back onto Midjuan. The problem here is that she could just Wind Run and be completely fine. Takes a couple of shots and will not even cancel the clarity. Feels bad, man. Up towards top lane, though. Sam H on the run from the missile. This is eventually going to land with level 2 Rocket Barrage. Is that enough damage to actually get the kill here? He doesn't have enough mana to charge out. He will buy up boots. AU is going to close in, but there's nothing that the Bounty Hunter can do about that. Gyrocopter is going to solo kill the Spirit Breaker. And that's just a testament to see of how bad this lane is for just a Spirit Breaker solo. Now, if he does get have an Undying here or something like that, then this lane gets really bad all of a sudden for paying 5. But obviously that's not going to be happening. At least not in this game. They're looking for an aggressive play over towards mid. Glimpse back on the Midjuan. Not going to be happening just yet. X Lucky can still get it, I think, and he will. However, he will die for it. Wind Ranger is going to grab the kill and then go back to the fountain, refill her bottle. Kind of inconvenient for her, but it could be worse. That was a little bit of an aggressive play there from the Disruptor. Again, this is a situation where for TNC, even if you have the Disruptor up towards top lane, there's not much that he could actually do to help out the Spirit Breaker there. So you might as well have him try to pseudo jungle / roam. But AU is looking for Vexus now. This is a hero that they can kill off. They have the Janata as well. Spike is going to completely whiff Vexus. No! Oh, and then gets slayed with the Divine Rapiers of the Ember Spirit. Now, granted, even if he does land the Spike there, it's not going to be it's not going to be his safety. He probably still dies, but it just feels kind of sad to see it miss like that, you know? Take a quick look at the side lanes now. Queen of Pain, surprise, surprise, is leading over the Clockwork very handily at that. And Clockwork's not doing too terribly for his experience gain, level 4, but now has to worry about a Bounty Hunter rotating in. He has no detection on the ground, no sentries. X-Lucky also around the corner, but OZ is playing very safe in this bottom lane, as he should be. Kill power not quite there yet on the Quap until she gets level 6. But eventually she's going to get there, and then the Clockwork is going to be a little bit more trouble. The Spirit Breaker also, though, having a really tough time against this Gyrocopter matchup. He has Empowering Haste, which I guess is going to balance out the tether. But he's not really able to get close, and he doesn't have something like a Flare to get him some easy last hits. He's going to grab a couple here and there, which is kind of nice, I suppose. But for the most part, Clockwork is just a stronger offlaner in a solo situation than the Spirit Breaker is. They're going to land a Janata into mid-wand. Chains, they're in range. However, they line up for a Shackle Shot. It's always the person in the back's fault. Spike will once again miss. QWERTY is going to get hexed up. His shield is still burning. He has another set of chains, just a couple seconds right now. Mid-wand is going to bottle up in the meantime. AU thinking about diving a little bit further. But here comes the cow. Now, he is someone that wants to dive. Is not going to. Lion playing, with a couple of missed skills here and there. But still, his presence is enough to keep the Wind Ranger safe. Every time they go for this, it is still Ember Spirit to exert pressure. It's still mid-wand to force through those bottle charges. And if it goes too deep into the tower, then QWERTY is going to end up losing HP as well. Probably just as much, even if probably even more than the Wind Ranger. But still, these aggressive plays for TNC, they're not really working out fantastically as of yet. They will start to be a lot easier to execute once the Ember Spirit gets level 6. Running in for Searing Chains is slow. Remnanting in for Searing Chains is a hell of a lot faster. And yes, remnanting is now a verb. Up towards top lane, charge on Sam H. Fortunately for the cow, he can outrun the missile. It's not really a sentence that I thought I would say today, or pretty much ever. One's still holding down the fort, though. Ember Spirit versus Wind Ranger matchup is really bad for the Ember Spirit. We see that reflected in the net worth right now. Wind Ranger has 700 more, which for 6 minutes in is quite a bit. OZ Tower caught in the cogs, and well, there's a Queen of Pain intercepting. He does have Battery Assault, however, Sonic Wave is getting close to lethal. Io's coming in. Sonic Wave, though, will clip the Clockwork, kill him off. Also drop the Io fairly low. Nice kill for the Queen of Pain. Gets a little bit of help for sure, and it is going to be the help given by the Bounty Hunter. So a little bit of extra experience towards his level 6. The timing from TNC still isn't quite there yet. Again, their timing is really going to be at those ultimate levels. Once the Teehee Ember Spirit gets to level 6 to have the jump in, which now he does have. Once the Sonic Wave is up, once the track is up. And having Nether Strike, having Static Storm, those are all kind of bonus spells. But as long as AU is getting experience, he should be really happy. He's not getting a ton, but he's getting enough to feel that he's not, super far behind it right now. And the Disruptor is going to start, going in with those pulls as well. So he's going to be getting a little bit of free experience. Whereas for Pang 5, how many stacks do they have? Well, they have quite a few. This is a double. This is going to be, oh baby, a triple. Yeah, their Gyrocopter is going to have a lot of acceleration down the line. And they see X Nova AU. Bounty Hunter has been very assertive in this game, but really, the Eye is the only one he can kill off right now. Not as much so the Wind Ranger. Charge is coming in. Janata hit. Nova's going to be panicked a little bit, but it's all a ploy. No, it's not all ploy. Spirit Breaker's going to cancel the charge. Going to draw the aggro of the Centaurs. Oh, but mid-wand. He's going to walk right in. No first hit bash. No remnant jumps. No shackle shot. No nothing. Spirit's going to see AU coming in. Still nothing. It's bottom lane now. OZ is going to be forced to hide. He needs his level 6 really badly if he wants to respond to the TNC timing push in a proper way. And level 6 is nice for the Clockwork, and he's going to need that, but of course, you would also like Battery Assault. Because having a hook shot into Flare is fine, but kind of mediocre. Towards the top lane, though, Sakurai is having the time of his life. Power Treads, Aquila. And, okay. Bounty Hunter solo kill on the Io. My bad, guys. My bad. I wasn't expecting Bounty Hunter to get a solo kill into anyone until he gets like a Dagon or something like that. But double damage rune sure as hell doesn't hurt. So, yeah, AU's going to find a single snipe. Quite a bit of experience into the pools of this Bounty Hunter. Not quite yet level 5, but it seems like this level 6 is going to be one of the faster level 6s that we have seen from Bounty Hunters in past games, at least in this patch. Zachary is going to teleport down here. I believe the Bounty Hunter just spotted him, and he did. He's going to walk, however, right over a sentry. OZ does not have a hookshot, though, so they can't actually do anything about that. AU's going to get hit with the missile, and he knows that he's spotted right now. But again, there's nothing that Pang 5 can do about this. While they have it completely abandoned the top lane, Sam H is going to get up to level 6 up here. Pang 5 needs to make something big happen down here. They've rotated down 3 heroes. That is a heavy, heavy commitment to get nothing. So they need to at least take this tower, but they're pushing. Well, Ring of Aquila, first of all, isn't turned on. But also their tower damage is kind of mediocre. Like, they're really just looking for kills here, but with no hookshot, I think this is the wrong time to make this play. Now they do have the hookshot, which is, I guess, kind of nice. But they're leaving top lane to dry. Free lane for the Spirit Breaker. The stack being spotted out now. Ember Spirit looking to clean that one up. And this is a lot of gold out of the pockets of the Gyrocopter. He really can't afford to have this one lost. But again, it seems like everyone from Pang 5 a little bit too far away to actually deal with this. Is QWERTY and Lucky gonna clear it out? So lots of extra crash for the Ember Spirit. Travels should be on the way for him soon. Don't expect him to go for drums, straight Battle Fury, anything like that. And this right here, this is the site of ultimate sadness. Feels bad, man. AU's gonna hold the bottom lane in the meantime. Does have to be very careful. But if he dies right now, it's not the end of the world for the Bounty Hunter since he does still have so much experience. Long Shackle gonna land now. Here comes the missiles. One gonna connect, and that will just be the end of the Bounty Hunter. And he knows that there are people around the corner, so he just was very aggressively trying to farm. Which, to his credit, is like, you know, kind of what you have to do as a pre-level 6 Bounty Hunter. Post-level 6, you don't touch that with a 20-foot pole. And I do realize that by me saying foot pole, it reveals to everyone where I'm from. And I'm not even sure people in metric system non-American countries have any kind of inkling how much a foot is. You say like 10-meter poles? Probably you do. Oh, rest of the world, why are you so silly? 4-4 TNC are going to grab this top lane tier 1 and even trade for their own tier 1 bottom. Their timing is coming together very shortly. Bounty Hunter almost at that level 6. QWERTY has his travels soon? No, wait, that was nothing. He's grabbed drums actually, so it is going to go for a very aggressive build. I figured you just want to be able to travel into the Queen of Pain or Spirit Breaker's lane all the time and just help them 24/7 try to get those kills. But I suppose not. They do have Sam H working with Nether Strike right now. Pang 5 again making some really big rotations with many heroes. Bottom lane got a tower. It was very slow, however, and they definitely weren't looking for just a tower. I feel like these rotations for Pang 5, not exactly what they want to be doing, at least not yet. Not until they have like level 7s, level 8s, and item on the Wind Ranger, finishing up her Aghanim Scepter. Or at least relocate on the Io so that they can bounce around and be a little more mobile. QWERTY's going to go to town on this mid lane tier 1. Meantime, Queen of Pain messing with Vexus. They have tracking on him, but it seems like he might be too far away. They will see the Spirit Breaker, obviously, and Spirit Breaker will call it quits. The timing push isn't coming soon. Pang 5 just want to be on the ready defensively, at least. Losing Midwan here is not going to be a good start. There is no charge yet, however, so they couldn't get vision. There is, however, vision soon to be provided by AU's track. Whereas for Pang 5, they have the hook shot, they have level 3 flare. This is not bad for the Clockwork right now, but he really wants to be like level 7 or 8 before he's going to make these aggressive rotations around. Whereas for QWERTY, he's actually going to find a double stack. Not bad. Courier would have been a little bit better. But with the Invis Rune and Remnant to jump to, the odds of him dying to a Gyrocopter with no Lion, almost 0. However, the rotation is incoming. Pang 5 are going to land the rockets onto Lucky right now. He puts up the field, but he'll die just to Zachary. Charges coming from the south, but this is going to land through everybody, absolutely everyone of Pang 5. The Spirit Breaker will once again cancel. They do know where the Remnant is from the Ember Spirit. He is invisible. He's going to slip right in between the Io Spirits. They actually want to fight this one out. Sonic Wave is up. QWERTY going to get eyes on Vexus right now. He has no guard, however, now he does. Focus fire into the tower, so they know that that ultimate is effectively down in this fight. Qwerty's gonna get some help from his buddies right now. He's gonna walk right into the tether, looking for a Searing Chain. He's gonna pop the shield first. Shackle down mid one. Tracks are gonna start to fly onto 2 heroes now. OZ though. Shackle's right in onto Lucky right now, and this Disruptor needs to stay alive, but he can't. AU's also gonna shackle down and picked off. Qwerty, he's hexed up. He's getting a little bit of help with Sonic Wave, cutting through absolutely everyone. They drop Vectus. They're gonna get a top X Nova. They're gonna take down 2. Nether Strike now onto mid one. He's tracked up, and it will be a 3rd kill for Just a Wind. And they see Saccharine. Glimpse not available. Charge, no mana. Seems like they'll have to let this Gyrocopter go. But it's a 1 for 4 trade as the Disruptor was able to survive, therefore giving him his level 6 mark. And Ember Spirit was also able to get out of there. Again, Invis Rune and Backup Remnant, odds of killing him off are very, very low. And for Pang 5, I guess, yeah, it's nice that they kill off the Bounty Hunter, so he doesn't really collect too much from that. At least not in the way of experience. But still, the Bounty Hunter got 2, 3 tracks out, something along those lines. So he was able to cash in regardless, and of course help his team cash in as well. Qwerty, the homing missile is going to come in, should be dodged by Sleight of Fist, or even if it does connect, who cares? You can grab a regen rune. Call down, now down. His tracks again are going to start to fly. We can see this timing push from TNC is being supplemented by Smokes of Deceit. Again, pickoffs galore are incoming. It will help if the Queen of Pain is able to grab her Aghanim Scepter. Landed a really nice Sonic Wave in that last fight. Wants to be able to continuously land them 24/7. We also did see the weakness there of the Clockwork. Only level 6 at that time. Hookshot into a Disruptor who should be able to be... The Clockwork should be able to kill off a Disruptor every single time in that scenario if he had maxed out Battery Assault. And he's going to start getting it now, but it's a little bit too late to help him up against that Disruptor. There are some teas that taste decent while they're cold, some that just taste like shit. This is one of the good ones. So for TNC, stalking with AU. Pang 5 still almost completely on the responsive end of things. Though they do have a relocate now up on Nova. Is this an invisible eye? What the hell? There we go. No real targets, no viable ones. The plan is to have OZ and or Midwan find their single targets, land a Shackle, land a Hookshot, instantly to relocate. And if those heroes aren't looking for targets, you're not going to find any relocates. Instead, they'll just kind of ball up on top lane and lose their bottom tier 1 charge. Will be cancelled to mid 1. I do like Sam H's really cautious play with the Spirit Breaker. Not YOLOing all the time. I mean, it's boring. You want to see a Spirit Breaker YOLO win, but it's also kind of suicidal to do so. Top lane tier 1 will be in trade, it looks like. Pang 5 are tracked up on 2 heroes. Fortification not there. With Focus Fire, they'll bring it down. However, from TSC going to arrive. AU is in the back lines throughout. Only 1 track so far. OZ threw out a hook shot, but onto a Ember Spirit, not going to do a ton. And now with the Flame Guard up, he's going to put the cogs, glimpse right back in onto Saccharine right now. He's trapped in the Static Storm. He's going to try to fight it out. Relocate from X-Nova is going to yank him out of there. Only a short distance, however. He's not quite safe. He's going to unleash the Rocket Barrage and the Call Down. Qwerty will dodge that. He's going to try to help Sam H. However, he's going to decide to jump away. Oh, nice Sonic Wave again from Just a Win. Takes a finger of death for his troubles. He will stick up and will be fine. Io, in the meantime, going to relocate back to where he started, where Midwan's getting charged and tracked up. It's a 4 for nil this time, as TNC might get 5 for nil. Track onto OZ. He's the 5th one, and he's the last one standing, but not for long. Just the Wind, Ravens, Sonic Waves have been absolutely on point. And to make matters worse for Pang 5, that Sonic Wave was Aghanimed, so it's going to have a super low cooldown. I don't know how many track kills that was, because apparently when I click Fight Recap, nothing happens. But Bounty Hunter now has 2,100 gold. So that was a massive exchange for the TNC side. Again, they lost nobody, which if you take a team fight where you lose nobody, you're already really happy. The majority of Pang 5's heroes there were tracked. So there is that, of course. Just a Win now with another 2,000 gold on top of the fresh Aghanim Scepter. And relocate for Nova. A little bit cautious, perhaps. Thought he could continue the fight. Didn't realize that there was not much of a fight to be had. Now he's going to run straight into Teehee right now. Chain's not being used just yet. He's going to wait for the tether attempt. No, he's just going to go for it. Hookshot in, as well as Shackle. Qwerty, though, does have Remnant to jump to. They don't have enough stun duration, I don't think. He'll get very far away. Oh, the arrow, not quite going to do it. He'll have another jump. Oh, the missile. The missile is going to kill him off, and it will. Level 1 homing missile, too strong. Now they're on to Sam H, who does have a Hand of Midas. He's going to use it. Gets a little bit of track movement speed. Shackle will fail against the Mud Golem. And he'll charge to the north, then straight TP out. They don't have vision of this. He'll be fine. Ember Spirit, unfortunately, falling to the mighty technology of Saccharine. So it is going to be okay for the Pang 5 side. In fact, it's a really good trade to be making. Getting quite a bit of gold from that. But still, oh, Midwan in a little bit of trouble right now. Sonic Wave will not straight kill him off as Io comes in just in time. However, glimpse back into a Static Storm. Midwan is not going to get caught in the field. However, it's going to separate him from the rest of his allies. And that's good enough. Charge now coming in. Trax will fly onto 2 heroes. Sakri is going to hit with that stun as Io does relocate back out. Nether Strike, however, will isolate Sakri, kill him off. OZ, he's going to teleport out. No Shuriken in time. They do, however, see Vexus. And Ember Spirit's going to travel in, and he's going to lock him down. Vexus needs to land an amazing spike here to even have a chance at living, but it's not going to happen. Just to Win grabs yet another kill. 804 monster kill spree on this Queen of Pain. And this tower now going to take a beating. Did I say timing push, guys, or did I say timing push? Because this is as good as it gets for TNC. I didn't expect it to be this successful. This is, of course, their game plan, to be powerful at this 20-minute-ish range. And for Pang 5 to be always on the responsive, to not have the necessary levels on the clockwork, to not have the best relocates in the world, did really nothing to slow down this timing of TNC. Are they going to charge into Midwan? Well, the charge is going to be canceled by a Shackle. However, AU's there, looking for a track, will find it. So now they do see him, allowing him to glimpse back into a field. Right now, Midwan is caught, and Nova is here to heal up Midwan. He's actually going to turn around with the help of the Gyrocopter. Might get some kills here as AU's tracked in the cogs. Will bounce a Shuriken through onto everyone, but that's not going to save his life. Midwan's still not too healthy, but it looks like everyone else from Pang 5 will retreat, as will TNC. But that one kill isn't going to necessarily be enough to get Pang 5 back into this. They need to take a really decisive fight, but the Aghanim Scepter Wind Ranger just so far away. Call Down is still very strong, as is Rocket Barrage, but the Gyrocopter is really the only one on the Pang 5 side who's doing any sort of significant damage right now. Clockwork needs level 9, 10, 11 really badly right now. And grabbing the tower sure as hell isn't going to hurt. But again, these tower trades are not in favor of the Pang 5 side, so this is just them trying to stem the bleeding, as TNC are still going to be on the aggressive. They see Vexus, who's going to land a spike. Sam H is Shadow Bladed up right now. This is going to hurt a lot. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage. Now the strike is available. They'll save it right now. They'll bounce a Shuriken, Trick Shot to get the kill, and now Midwan is going to get chained down. Nether Strike, not going to be used just yet. Oh, there's a charge instead. Glimpse back as well. They're all going to jump into the Static Storm of the Disruptor. Sakri is going to get locked in right now. He has already used the call down, did a little bit of damage, but he's not going to survive this one. Now track onto X Nova. QWERTY right on his tail. Will chain down the Io and will relocate out. Not going to happen. QWERTY's going to get failed shackled. Track now onto Midwan. Just Win's going to jump right in. Doesn't have that much mana left. Hookshot back in from OZ. Is going to isolate the Ember Spear, but gets glimpsed right back out. QWERTY's still alive right now. Midwan is tracked. Thunderstrike is there. Just need a little bit more burst damage to kill him off. Shackle will land. QWERTY is still alive right now. Clockwork needs a couple more right clicks. Won't get it just yet. QWERTY's going to have another jump away soon. Now here comes the Spirit Breaker. He's going to charge right into the Clockwork. Gets a Lucky Bash as well as Nether Strike being available. OZ is not going to survive this one. Vexus is here to try to help him out. Shuriken bounce through. Will once again get another trick shot kill from AU. With an attack onto Vexus. AU is going to look to solo kill this one. Spirit Breaker, how much mana do you have? Enough for a charge, it seems. Vexus is going to get hit with that, and that's going to be yet another kill. A track kill at that for TNC. I want to say every single hero that died there for Pang 5 was tracked up. And if not every single hero, there were only a couple that weren't. This is an immense gold swing. Although they do kill off the Queen of Pain, you can see the gold exchange they got from that one. That's a godlike spree, something like that, being given towards the Lion. I mean, yeah, that's kind of nice for him. He's going to have a couple of better items, but oh, Nova's in a little bit of trouble now. Here comes the Shadow Bladed Cow. Is going to destroy the health pool of this Io. He's tracked up as well. Io needs one more tap to die. 2 more taps maybe. He's going to actually tether away, and Nether Strike will chase him down. Can't run from the Nether. Tracks being chucked in towards OZ, towards Sakri. They do see the Spirit Breaker, and he's going to get shackled out of his charge, even pinning him to one tree here. And it looks like he's going to get dusted and dropped. So TNC do lose the Spirit Breaker. But they're making 1-for-1 trades that involve tracks. And if you're very far ahead, then that may not be worth it for you in the end. But for the most part, these trades are just so in favor of TNC, skyrocketing them in the lead. Now it's not only going to be them having the lead right now. They also have 4,000 gold on Just a Wind. Ember Spirit has his Battle Fury, so he can accelerate into more of a lead. Oh, they're actually going to run. Find Vexus. Sonic Wave not quite going to do it. Thunderstrike will do it. Field goes up, looking for some vision. Just a Win. Blink forward, Scream. Throw a stop in the meantime. Sakri going to try to toe-toe QWERTY. That's not going to happen either. Bounty Hunter with Guardian Greaves is going to make sure that QWERTY is able to make those dives and stay alive. But we also have a Hand of Midas in the Disruptor. Like, TNC are not all in on the mid-game. Like, they're very powerful right now, and no one's going to deny that. But they're not going to try to win the game with this. They're going to try to use this early game, mid-game power to gain an edge in the early game. And right now, it's quite an edge. This is a 20k deficit for Pang 5 in both Golden Experience. I guess a little bit less than Experience. But to come back into this is going to involve a couple of miraculous pickoffs. I think it's mostly in the Clockwork's hands, actually. Clockwork and Io. They have to be able to get on top of heroes like this, who are just, you know, sitting in a lane all by themselves, happily farming. And TNC's heroes are very gold inflated, so killing them off is worth quite a bit to the Pang 5 side, rubber banding them back in theory. Of course, you need to actually find your openings first of all. QWERTY is the target. They don't have a Blink Dagger on the line, nowhere close. In fact, QWERTY is going to Searing Chains, Sakree down. They have a glimpse, they have vision provided by the Thunderstrike. They'll glimpse him back into a short field. It looks like that will latch. They will also take out the Io. Sonic Wave through a cut onto Sakree, and Vexus is spotted. Jump in, Ember Spirit wants the Lion. Chains will fail. Vexus, though, still not in a great spot because here comes the Queen of Pain. Shadow Strike and another poke in the back is going to kill off 3 heroes now for TNC. In the meantime, Wind Ranger racing with Sam H is going to get a little bit of help from the Io, but it's just the Io, it seems. And in the meantime, we have a duel. OZ and AU. They're fighting toe-to-toe, and Spirit Breaker is going to first hit bash onto Nova. Charges there. That'll annihilate the Io. Cogs go up. Failed Shackle, as now here comes Just a Wind with an Octarine Core. Oh, he's going to grab the kill. Double kill here for Sam H. OZ is the only survivor. Trick shot bounce in. Needs another Scream or another charge or something. Charge will be canceled by the battery cell, but they'll still just beat him down, even under cover tier 3s. 33-10. No one on TNC is to fall today. It's a decisive victory, even more so than Game 1 over Pang 5, and TNC are going to the show, guys. Not quite the full show, the half show. A decisive 2-0 in an hour 40 minutes, going to claim victory over Pang 5. And that means TNC are going to be fighting in the next round. A best of 5 is going to be happening at a future date. Seems like we have a game tomorrow scheduled. Signature Trust going against MVP Hot 6 at 16 CET to determine the opponent of TNC. And guys, well, I think that's a good place to cut it. I'm Mike Loris. It's been a pleasure casting these games for you. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to stick around because there's a lot more game show to be coming up in the future date. Follow me on Twitter at Mike Loris. But for right now, I'm done. I'll see you guys next time. GG.